Hey, what's up everybody? I'm KB Kwan. Welcome back to another episode of Taste of Asian Food. Today I'm going to show you how to make longevity noodles or 长寿面. It is one of the best noodles you can make for birthday party or for the forthcoming Chinese New Year. So if you want to have a long life, make sure you eat this noodle and watch this video. I'm going to use these noodles to cook today, which is called 长寿面 in Chinese. Literally means long life noodles, and I'm going to use these types of noodles to cook the longevity noodles today. Bring a pot of water to a boil and blanch the noodles for about 4 minutes. You can remove a strand of the noodles to test whether it is al dente, and if it is not, you can continue cooking for another minute. I'll cook it for another half a minute. Now I remove it from the hot water and transfer the noodles to a pot of cold water to stop cooking, and that helps to prevent the noodles from becoming soggy. Once the noodles are already cold, then remove it, pass through a strainer and set aside. Okay, we have got the noodles. Let's move on to prepare other ingredients required. I have some meat over here. I use pork. You can use chicken if you like. Cut it into slices and then marinate with a little bit of light soy sauce, a little bit of salt, and then set it aside. And I have a few medium-sized prawns and some fish cakes over here. This is the packaging of the fish cake. If you don't have fish cake, you can use fish ball instead. It's really up to you. Cut the fish cakes into slices and cut some pre-soaked Chinese dry shiitake mushroom into slices too. And I also want to include some carrots, and I have already cut the carrots into small pieces. Next, sweet peas. Remove the fibrous strings on both sides. And some Chinese chives, cut it into sections. If you don't have the chives, you can use spring onion instead, but I prefer use Chinese chives because Chinese chives means it is called gao choy in Cantonese, and gao is a homonym of long, and that is perfect for longevity noodles. And some bok choy. Cut it into half. So these are the ingredients for the longevity noodles, and of course you can use other types of ingredients as a substitute. For example, you can use choy sum instead of bok choy. You can use other types of beans instead of sweet peas, or any other types of mushroom as you like. But essentially the major concept behind this is to have some ingredient with some auspicious meaning behind. Anyway, we are cooking it for longevity for Chinese New Year, right? So prawns is ha in Cantonese, which means ha ha ha, which means laughter, and yu, which means abundance or excess, and sweet pea is sweet is definitely good. Gao choy means gao means 长长高高, which means long, and mushroom is donggu in Cantonese, means dongxing sai zhao, which means that it's success in all ways. So all my ingredients are good, so let's start cooking. And before that, we need to constitute a sauce for the noodles. And these are the ingredients pretty standard for Cantonese cooking: oyster sauce, a light soy sauce, dark soy sauce, a little bit of sugar, wine, pepper, and sesame oil. I'll pre-make all these ingredients first so that I will not miss out any of these during the cooking process. And I also prepare some chicken stock, homemade chicken stock for cooking. Certainly I can use water, but since it's for the special festive, so I just want to make it more flavorful. And you can get the quantity of each ingredient in the recipe, which I will include in the description box below the video. Keep some oil in the wok to fry the prawns. When it is cooked, remove the prawns and add the pork instead. And then add the garlic. And the fish cakes. Continue adding other remaining ingredients. The bok choy, carrots, and the mushrooms. And you can add a splash of water if it is too dry. In my case, I just add some chicken broth. The reason I add certain ingredients first and some later is because different ingredients need different cooking time. Now add the seasonings that we have prepared just now. And rinse with more chicken broth. Return the prawn since the prawn doesn't need to cook for too long. Now the sweet peas and half of the chives. Now do a taste test. It's just right, but I want to add just a little bit more salt because I'm going to make this with the noodles, which is less salty later. So now it comes to the final part. Remember the noodle that we have blanched earlier. Now is the time to put the noodle back to the wok and mix together with other ingredients. I'll mix it with the chopstick carefully so not to break the noodles, as the long noodles signify longevity. That's the longevity noodles. That's how to make changshou mian or longevity noodles. It is one of the best noodles you should make for birthday party or Chinese New Year. And I've included the recipe in the description box below the video. Please subscribe, tap the notification and give me a thumbs up. And I'll see you again in some other similar video soon. Bye for now.